On August 25th, 2017, Hurricane Harvey made landfall on the Texas coast, leaving in its wake unprecedented devastation to the Lone Star State. 3 weeks after the storm, the Frank Erwin Center opened its doors, raising over $800,000 in a charity benefit concert. For the past 40 years, the Frank Erwin Center has been the go-to venue for events just like this, supporting the state, the university, and the city. And during this time period, no one building has been more influential in shaping what the city of Austin has become today.
I first started coming to Austin in the mid to late 1950s. It was a small town Texas atmosphere.
It was a sleepy little college town.
Austin was always that good blend of down home, small town, but big enough that you're not on a horse and buggy, right?
There wasn't much traffic. Everything centered around the University of Texas.
Saw the sign and the city limits, it said 325,000 people. And I thought to myself, this is the best kept secret in America. I hope no one else ever moves here.
Prior to 1977, you had the Armadillo World Headquarters, you had the old Austin Coliseum, you had the Palmer Auditorium, you had the Paramount Theater, you had Gregory Gym. But you didn't really have a multi-purpose arena of this type.
That all changed in 1977 with the opening of the Frank Erwin Center. And for its time, it was revolutionary. This one-of-a-kind venue with a price tag of $30 million was certainly unique in the sports and entertainment space and helped convert Austin from this sleepy little college town into the progressive city it has become. With an ability to seemingly transform itself overnight, the Erwin Center has welcomed every type of act imaginable to the music capital of the world.
We have a very, very diverse calendar. You name it, we've probably done it.
It's incredible, the types and the range of shows. You could have a WWE event to a big rock show.
Where else have you seen Elton John? Where else have you seen Stevie Nicks? Where else have you gone to the circus?
Bands like Earth, Wind and Fire, Rod Stewart, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, Diana Ross, and Marvin Gaye.
You have a sitting president come and speak here, the Dalai Lama. That was a special event. That's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime.
Then you might have the Muppet Babies on ice or Sesame Street on ice, Big Bird in the hallway.
Probably the most special one was we had Paul McCartney here a few years ago. And to see McCartney here, and that's a Beatle, man.
There's no question that the things that happen in Austin, so many of them happen around the Erwin Center. All of those things are really, really special.
The Erwin Center plays host to about 1.2 million guests annually. But it's still athletics, specifically basketball, that has been the primary focus of the facility. For 36 years, the Erwin Center hosted the UIL State Basketball Championship. It's also welcomed 66 NCAA tournament games, while providing home court advantage for the Texas men's and women's teams.
As a basketball player growing up in Dallas, when you thought about the highest level that you could play at in your sport, it was always, for me, the Frank Erwin Center, because if you got there, you were the best of the best. And it really felt like the place, it felt like the hub where everything was happening for women's sports, not just women's basketball.
The Lady Longhorns of Texas were the national champions.
I think we did have an opportunity to change society in small ways. We did have an opportunity to show that people could support women's athletics, that they could love women's basketball, that they would actually pay money and fill the Erwin Center.
A lot of history in this building, and we just wanted to be part of that history. For those 2 years from 01 to 03 of being the biggest show in the arena, it's nothing like it. It's many things that happen in this building. University of Texas, how many people walked through this building and had the honor and the privilege to be a Longhorn and go on in this world and do amazing things.
For those of us who grew up with the Frank Erwin Center in this city, it's always been an anchor for us. I think the part that people forgot is that the University of Texas owned, operated, and ran this building. So the homage really that we have to pay is to a university and a system that was so visionary to put a facility of this sort that was going to dictate the future of Austin.
Over the last few years, the rest of the country, if not the whole world, has been able to see that Austin is a place that will support this wide range of events. And the Erwin Center is part of that fabric. The Erwin Center might have been one of the first threads of that fabric over those times and have helped push that along so that the next event or the next venue of that time would be viable in this marketplace.
You know, it's still very cool to come to Austin, and we're part of why it is because of the activity and the events that we present here.